My name is Peter. I've been blowing glass for almost 30 years. Glass is a material that's very hard to define because it doesn't have any particular structure. That's why they call it glass. To me, is just a complete mystery. Even to this day, the fact that I can take this liquid out of the oven, and you can see through it and it's moving all at once. It's just mind-boggling. You can't understand it. I just feel like it's the kind of material that for me in the process that I will never exhaust the creative potential. I'll always have something, that I want to do with it. I have an idea and I want to do this. I want to do this. Then you have a new idea from that idea. So it just continues naturally. So it doesn't get boring. It's always new challenge. I've been living in Japan for about 25 years. It's really different than living in Japan in a big city. To live in the countryside is very, very different. It's a huge influence. I can't underestimate this having been here, how much it's changed. I mean, the things that I made before I came here were completely different than what I make now. Even to this day, to make the rice jar, which is one of the most common things that we've made all these years, came from being here amongst the rice fields and seeing how hard people work to produce this food. And seeing that direct relationship, I have so much respect for that. I'm making this jar, but for me, it's not the important part, it's the rice that's important. I'm not trying to make a master work. To me, just because something has become a physical thing doesn't mean it's finished, because to me it still represents an idea, and those ideas are related to the other ideas that I'm working on. So I don't really have this, for myself, this concept of a finished thing. For me, it's those things that I make, those things that are all around us right now that we're making, those are like just a punctuation mark in a sentence. It's just like a little stopping point. But the story continues on. So. And the thing that I'm focused on about my work right now is really, I think a lot of it is a combination of materials. We're starting now, especially because we're making lights and lighting. I really enjoy, and I think I'm good at it, is combining the glass, the material in the process, with other materials, and in this case also with electricity and with light. So really my focus right now is not so much on the glass itself, but more on light and how I can shape light and how I can, control it for use in my own language. So I'm very excited. This is my first time exhibition in MONOHA and in Seoul. But no, I don't really have a particular piece that I want to show. But if there was one, it would be the oldest one, the first one, soap bubble holder. It's the most unique in a certain way. It's the best explanation for everything else that I've done after that. One of my favorite things really about what I do is relationships, the interaction between people I think that's most important. I make things, make physical objects, but they aren't just things that are over there. They're things that we make and then we move out into the world, and then people take them and they use them and they travel. I want to meet people myself. I want to introduce all of the work. I want to explain why I made it or how I made it. I'm very much looking forward to meeting the people at the gallery and kind of crystallizing that moment. I think after this exhibition, I'll have something else I want to do, some new idea.